all, I wanted to share another outreach to Right to Know. This is from a gentleman from Michigan, and he says, at 16, I was told the only reason that I existed was because I was the result of a sexual assault. So parents, you do need to tell your child about their unique origins from birth, including if they are the product of a sexual assault. You do this with age-appropriate information, of course, and hopefully you work with a therapist given the complexities of this specific situation. However, my guess is there was no therapist involved here, given what happens next. He says, I've experienced racism and cultural deprivation as a result. Being the product of an affair, an assault, it sometimes can bring with it stigma and shame. And that's not our fault. We didn't create our origin story. We have no responsibility for how we came into this world. We have to end the idea that there should be stigma or shame around being the product of an assault, being the product of an affair, or that someone's even infertile. He continues and says, this massive guilt trip has impacted me every day of my life since. I don't know if what I was told is true. My mother passed away and I didn't confront her about this as an adult. So I will say that often moms feel like it's easier to say I was assaulted or I was drunk rather than I had sex with multiple partners or I had an affair. There seems to be less stigma or shame in mom's mind that I didn't have a choice about it with an assault. So I always proceed with caution when moms say I was the product of an assault. It's a horrific thing when someone is assaulted. But dig deeper. Identify your genetic father, find out the other side of the story, and often, sometimes when moms say that their child was the product of an assault, when the child asks for a little bit more information, the mom then says, no, actually I was at a party or whatever had happened. Now, sometimes it can also really be an assault, and we need to navigate that information. This person continues and says, I don't want to do a DNA test because I'm afraid of knowing the truth, but this is holding me back in my life. I'm not sure how you can help me right to know. I can't afford to pay for any services. So of course we helped him. We connected him with a therapist. We also connected him with a DNA angel who helped him identify his father. He did reach out to his father, who was still alive, and found out that his father had said, no, it wasn't the product of an assault. You're not the product of an assault. And when he further discussed the issue with his rest of his family, he did understand that perhaps that wasn't the whole truth that his mom had told him, and there were other things going on in his life. So we're here to help. We don't charge. And if you have an additional complexity, like being the product of an assault, we do have special support group just for that, space for that. And we're here to help you navigate, regardless of what you're experiencing. We can help you hopefully find your truth that you need to help you heal through your DNA surprise, adoption, donor conception, or NP.